What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Got a Tottenham update video to bring to you today with a lot of juicy information. Obviously, the Fabrizio Romano, the king that is Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru, was on Tottenham podcast last night. Last word on Spurs, and there was a lot of juicy information to come out of that. So we're going to be giving you a kind of roundup of what they said on there, and have a bit of a discussion about it. Slav, did you listen to it, or did you hear like the kind of facts that were coming out of it?
Yeah, it's exciting.
It really is. But let's start off. Obviously, they said last night they were talking about Juan Foyth, and they said Tottenham want 15 million for Juan. Do you reckon that's a bit low, or do you reckon that sounds right?
I personally wouldn't sell him, but we have to sell him if you want to sign other players. I think it's harsh. I think he could not only do a job at centre back, right back. I think he could also play in defensive midfield, and I think he's a good player. I think we saw in the pre-season the other day that he's a very good footballer. I think he'd be one of those that we would regret getting rid of.
And we saw under Poch as well. I thought he didn't stake a claim to be above Jan or Toby, obviously, but I thought he staked a claim to definitely get minutes.
I think he's a good player. I'd definitely keep him.
All right. I would as well. Let me know in the comment section below. What are your feelings on Juan Foyth?
The thing with Foyth is who else do you sell?
But the thing is as well is who else? Yeah, that's what you're saying. Who else do you sell? I think he's got to go, to be honest. If you're because I can only think of 3 players in the squad who I'm happily selling, and that is Foyth, Lamela, and Aurier. Can you think of anyone else?
Cameron Carter-Vickers.
Yeah, but you're not going to get much for him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's not many players you could sell, really. Paulo Gazzaniga.
I wouldn't sell Gazzaniga. I think he's a much better keeper than Hart. But anyway, let's see what else he said. He says that Lamela doesn't want to leave Tottenham and is convinced that he can do something good next season. I mean, I think he's been convinced for the last 7 years.
It depends on what the manager thinks, but I think
it's very clear that Mourinho likes Lamela.
Yeah, I think every manager that we've had seems to like Lamela.
But injury problems every single year, about 5-6 injuries he gets every year.
Pre-season legend,
absolutely brilliant free kick last week.
Never done that in a competitive game.
No, but look, like I said before, he's one of the players that they would have earmarked to get something significant in if we're going to bring someone else in.
Yeah.
So, do you think he's going to stay? I don't think we're going to sell him.
I don't. Yeah, where's he going to go? Who's going to pay? I mean, they're going to want 30 million for him?
Surely not.
2020.
No one's paying 30 million for him.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying how much.
20 million, 25. Yeah, 20 million. I reckon. Who pays that?
I think what they like about Lamela is that he can play in the 10 as well.
Yeah, I think he's more suited to that than on the wings these days. But then you've got Dele there, you've got Lo Celso potentially. So there's definitely. But the thing is, it's a squad game this year, and you're going to need players like that to come in and fill a role in the Europa League in the kind.
Yeah, he does well in the Europa League. So it's,
King.
I'm not sure.
All right. Next one they were talking about is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, come back, please. I beg you, please. If you're watching, Gareth Bale, please come back. I repeat, Gareth Bale, please come home.
Fabrizio said he thinks one day Gareth Bale can come back to Tottenham.
There you go. He's coming back.
But he also said that he thinks that he's going to stay at Real Madrid for this year. Obviously, we all saw Gareth Bale's interview on Sky Sports. We all saw Gareth Bale's interview on Sky Sports, and he's talking about how. But also, he's tried to leave Real Madrid a couple of times. That doesn't materialise. Real Madrid.
He's put the ball in Madrid's court.
Keep blocking the move. I think the ball's been in Madrid's court for a while.
But also, if you think about it, if he wants to come back to the Premier League, and you go through all the Premier League teams who can afford him or he could go to, Chelsea aren't going to get him, neither are Arsenal, because obviously played for Tottenham. Arsenal can't afford him. We wouldn't go there. Chelsea have signed Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech, Havertz. Then you look at City.
They're getting Messi.
Yeah, and they probably wouldn't go to Man City because...
Why not?
Of the financial fair play.
There is no financial fair play anymore. It's dead.
I just don't think you go. Could you see him at Man City under Pep?
Man City don't sign Messi. I can't.
31-year-old Pep signing a 31-year-old.
33-year-old.
He wouldn't go to United, not because he wouldn't want to, but because they've got their front three of Greenwood and Rashford and Martial, and they've got.
Would Bale get into the team ahead of him?
Yeah, but I don't think it suits Ollie's plans. I think he wants a young, fresh squad. So I think Spurs probably his most realistic option.
Yeah, Spurs or City. You can't rule City out.
No, but I just don't think that's what Pep wants.
You know, they're looking at a 33-year-old Messi. So if that doesn't materialise, do you not see you go for Bale?
No, I don't see them going for Bale at all.
as well. You know, he's been open to a move to China.
Also,
before.
I'm not. So where are you? You think Messi has gone to City, don't you?
I don't think he's gone to City.
He's not going anywhere.
I don't think it's
and
gone
if he
to
does,
City.
it would be to PSG.
No, I think he's more likely to go to City
Disagree.
than PSG. Anyway, we're not talking about Messi right now. We're talking about Gareth Bale.
And he's coming back.
He's coming back. You think he's definitely coming back, but Messi's nowhere near going to City. Anyway, Tottenham will attempt to sign a centre-back, a winger and a forward, Fabrizio says.
What? I mean, I'm not complaining, but why a winger?
I mean, a winger because he obviously doesn't think...
We've got Lamela, Lucas, Bergwijn, Son.
Lamella's not a winger anymore, let's be honest. Bergwijn, I don't know. There's something with Jose and Bergwijn. He doesn't seem to start him a lot. I know
Started on against Birmingham and against
but
Reading.
I know I'm talking about competitive games. After lockdown, we saw him start that Man U game. I don't think he started one more game after that.
But he said he likes him.
Yeah, and he obviously likes Lucas Moura. But you know, you're talking about
I think it's
upgrades.
a winger on the left. I think
it's all right. Son on the left, Kane up top, and then someone on the right.
But then I actually okay. Well, in my opinion, I would have said left because there's no one because you've got Bergwijn and Lucas on the right, and then Son and.
Actually, by trade though, Bergwijn's a left-sided winger.
What, an inside winger? I'm not complaining. I'd love another. Who wouldn't want another winger? No matter how many you've got. So I'm just curious. And obviously, the big ones are forward.
Yeah, forward definitely. Centre back. You're talking about upgrades, and you're talking about having a squad that can compete on all fronts this season. That's the point.
Who do you think centre back wise? Maybe Kim.
Yeah, maybe Kim. I would love.
I heard Skriniar's going
much.
to PSG.
Yeah,
so.
I would love Skriniar, but I think it'd be too much money. I think the only one I can think of is Kim. But as well, the way Spurs have done their business this summer, I know Højbjerg was a long, targeted guy, but when you look at Doherty and Hart, these rumours just came out of nowhere. And Romano was like, yeah, we're signing this guy, and then we signed him in the next few days. So maybe someone's just going to come out of the blue like that. Bale. Centre back.
Centre back. I mean, I think Kim is I think he's a good 15 million. Not when I say he looks the part. I think is
the thing is with Kim. When
enormous.
all these rumours came out, he got taken out of the Beijing squad because his head wasn't right. But he's been in the Beijing squad for the last 2 weeks now. He's played a lot of games. So yeah. I think maybe that one might be past now.
Maybe. Who knows?
But we'll see. I mean, but it's exciting that Fabrizio's saying we're looking to still sign a centre-back, a wing and a forward. But this heavy relies on us.
I think that goes in the wrong order. I think it should be forward, wing and centre-back.
Yeah, I don't think it's any...
No, I know, but I think it's sign a striker.
It should be forward, centre-back,
wing. It should be signing a striker.
Yeah. But it's interesting. But also, there's all the heavy rely on us getting players out the door.
Yeah. We've also got a massive squad anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of ability. It's a big squad.
He's also gone on to said that 2 weeks ago Tottenham inquired about signing Christian Eriksen.
Well, we spoke about that in the
unpopular opinions,
and yeah, I mean it's a no from me. I think it was a no from you. I think it's a
no from both of us. But what do you think that we're inquiring about him? It's a bit weird.
Maybe we're
just testing the waters.
Yeah, he's not part of Conte. I don't think Conte wanted him in the first place.
When you're looking at kind of the deals we're looking at cheap buys, cheap but good value. Surely Eriksen falls into that. If we could sign him for what we sold him for, would you take it?
No,
15 mil.
I think that's the problem. I think we've got to let go. He's gone now. He's not a Spurs player anymore. Move on. Get someone else.
He's also gone on to say Leon Bailey is a possibility. The manager and the board really keen on him.
I'm really keen on him. He's a baller.
He is a baller. Imagine Bailey on the right, Son on the left, Kane up top.
Bergwijn and Bale off the bench. No, Bergwijn and Lucas off the bench. Yeah, I mean, Leon Bailey is a amazing prospect. Great footballer. I'd love Leon Bailey.
I would love him.
I'd always
sign him on FM. Always.
Oh, he's so good.
And he always scores so many against Arsenal.
He plays for Jamaica. Do you think if he came to England and played for Spurs, he would change his... he's eligible to play for England.
Is he eligible to change?
I think so.
I think
because
once obviously you play a competitive game,
Declan Rice and Jack Grealish played for Ireland.
I don't think it was a competitive game though, was it?
I could have sworn Declan Rice was. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I think you can only.
That's not really the important side of it. I'd love Leon Bailey. How much do you reckon he'd cost though? 30 million at least. 30
million would be a great deal for him, I think.
And would you obviously Leverkusen have just lost Volland and they're about to lose Havertz? Do you reckon they lose their front three?
the thing is that they're looking to bring in Aurier. There's rumours with them linking to Aurier. Maybe there's a deal we can be done with giving him some money and giving him an Aurier.
And
a packet of sweets. Plus
no, and 40% off the Skywalk.
Is that it? 40%? 30%, please.
But
no,
Leon Bailey.
I think it would be a great signing, Leon Bailey. But let's move on. He's talking about Serge Reguilon as well.
Some interesting pronounce.
Go on. How do you?
I like how it's auto-corrected to Sergio Regulation.
From Real Madrid. Apparently they've offered him to us, also Arsenal and Chelsea, for 20 million.
People will go in the comments, but Ben Davies suits the system perfectly. He can fit in as a back three. Yeah, but I'm sure if Jose Mourinho could have Sergio Regulon bombing it down the left-hand side, I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
But we're not expected to sign him because we're not looking at a left-back apparently this window.
I think that's mad at £20 million. He's a left-back for you. I think he's better than Sessegnon. I think he's better than Ben Davies. I think he would be a perfect signing for anyone.
I agree, but I don't know why we're not looking at a left-back this summer.
Because we've got about 5. Davies, Sessegnon, Sirkin. Who else am I missing?
Sessegnon, they're saying, is more of a left winger.
Another reason why I'm thinking, why are we getting another winger?
Yeah. Look, it's a squad game this season. We're going to need as many players as we can get. Let's be honest.
I mean, it's the most Tottenham thing in the world to sign all these players, have such a big squad, and lose and get knocked out of the cup first round. But I think whoever gets Reguilon at 20 million.
Apparently he's been touted out. I don't get this whole Real Madrid thing, getting rid of Hakimi, Reguilon.
I agree. I think Hakimi for 40 million was a bargain.
Yeah. Inter
have got probably one of the best right backs in the world. He's amazing.
Him, Danny Ceballos as well, who was highly rated crap 2 years ago. Anyone in the Arsenal show is crap, isn't it, aren't they?
No, I'm not convinced. Ceballos, whatever his name is, Ceballos.
Anyway,
spinning bottle top.
Yeah, just greasehead. That's all he is. And he's also he's also going on and talking about Dybala. And it was widely reported that the move didn't materialise because of the naming rights and Daniel Levy wouldn't stump up the cash. But he's saying actually Dybala rejected us.
But then I also read they agreed personal terms.
It's weird. Maybe
I think only the Daniel Levy and Dybala knows what happened and Poch.
It was interesting to say that he rejected us instead of.
But then you think if we nearly got Dybala, why can't we go and get Bale?
We spent the money on Lo Celso.
And Fatty and
all right, well that's the kind of takeaways we got from the Romano podcast. Let's move on, as Dan Kilpatrick has been talking about Serge Aurier today, and he's saying Spurs transfer plans have been held up now as they're struggling to offload Serge Aurier. So basically our whole transfer plans edge on selling Serge Aurier.
What, so the whole of the transfer window now depends on 20 million quid?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not sure on that one.
Well, it could have been 15 million for Juan Foyth as well. That's 35 million in.
Just give them Aurier and 20 million for Bale.
We don't have 20 million to give them.
Can Amazon just take us over now?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos just put in the money for us, you know what I mean? But look, it's an interesting one. Dan Kilpatrick of the Evening Standard is very reliable as well. So everything he says, you've got to take note of.
Yeah, no... But also, then you have the side of it that we spoke about of if we get rid of... I actually don't think we should get rid of Aurier. But most people think we should.
I mean, I don't want to get rid of him because I know we need a backup right back. But we need the funds.
No,
we need to sign other positions.
Yeah.
Look, whatever.
It just goes round and round, really.
It's the Spurs transfer cycle. It's the Spurs transfer cycle year on, year out. But let's finish off. It's obviously international break now. We're going to give you a rundown of which Spurs players are away on international break and who they're playing. So it starts off tonight, September the 3rd, Thursday, as Wales play Finland, where Ben Davies is going.
Thrilling game. Wales
against Finland in the Nations League tonight at 7:45.
If that's not thrilling enough for you, wait till you hear what Wales is on at 7:45.
Tonight as well, our brand new signing Matt Doherty is playing for Ireland against Bulgaria, 7:45. So he gets a test of Bulgaria away just before his massive Europa League tie against
Poor guy has to go to Bulgaria twice.
Tomorrow we got Steven Bergwijn got called up for the Holland squad here playing Poland in the Nations League. Then England under-21s. This is a massive one against Kosovo at 6 p.m. with Brandon Austin, Ryan Sessegnon and Ollie Skip. That should be an interesting one, seeing Ollie Skip and Sess.
I actually think Brandon Austin as well getting a call up.
Have you ever seen him play, Brandon
No,
Austin?
exactly. So
I don't know if he'll play though. Then you got Portugal under 21s tomorrow night.
You've seen Neymar in action, as someone called him.
Against Cyprus, where our Neymar, you got to watch the unpopular opinions. This probably won't be out, but it'll be out tomorrow, so check that out. We've got some Jedson Fernandez opinions, and Jedson Fernandez has been likened to Neymar in some of them. But they'll be playing Cyprus under 21s. And you move on to Saturday, where we'll see Eric Dyer and Harry Kane in action against Iceland for England in the Nations League.
Kick off 5 o'clock.
Then you got two Spurs players going head-to-head in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg against Toby Alderweireld, with Denmark against Belgium Saturday night, 7:45 kickoff in the Nations League. And then you got Moussa Sissoko, who got called up for France alongside Hugo Lloris, who plays Sweden, 7:45. And then it just revolves back around with Ben Davies again on Sunday night against Bulgaria. So he's going to get a nice little
No, they're at home.
Oh, at home, sorry. So he doesn't get the luck of going to Plovdiv. But Matt Doherty at home to Finland. So their fixtures are revolved. Then you got Steven Bergwijn against Italy. That should be a good game. Holland against Italy, Monday night. And then Tuesday night, Toby Alderweireld will place Iceland at 7:45.
This is a good one.
Denmark, England. So Højbjerg against Eric Dyer and Harry Kane. That's going to be
Copenhagen.
a good game. That's going to be a very good game. I think all these games are going to be behind closed doors. And then the last couple is France against Croatia, which should be a good game. The remake of the World Cup final, isn't it? Hugo Lloris and Moussa Sissoko being called up for that. Then the England under 21 in the Championship qualifier against Austria, where we'll see Austin, Sessegnon and Skip again. And last but not least, Neymar against Belarus under 21s. Obviously, Jedson Fernandez for Portugal under 21s. So that is a full round of fixtures. So that actually who does that leave us to play in the friendly against Watford? Because we've got Watford friendly on Saturday. Dele Alli,
Davinson Sanchez,
Gio.
I mean, Winks, but I think he must be injured or something.
I don't know what's going on with Winks. I suspect it's something to do with COVID, but I'm not too sure.
Danny Rose, technically.
Yeah.
Sonny, Lamela, Paulo Gazzaniga.
Yeah.
Basically
all the South Americans. Doesn't look like any South American teams.
Who are we missing? Yeah, who else are we missing? Aurier. Lucas. Ndombele.
Any centre backs?
Yeah, Foyth Sanchez.
Foyth and Sanchez.
Carter Vickers.
Okay. So it's fair amount of plays actually. I thought it wasn't going to be that many.
Tanganga,
yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
And obviously on a different note, they're having some tests for in the EFL for having fans back at games. I think 1,000 capacity at Cambridge and 2,000 capacity in the Carlisle game.
And what I've heard as well is that
pilot tests.
Arsenal have come out and said they're going to be letting fans in for
October the
3rd, the Sheffield United game.
Yeah.
So look, if Arsenal are doing that, then you've got to imagine Daniel Levy's going to jump on that bandwagon big time.
So hopefully we will be back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium very soon, and hopefully back on the away days. I
don't think so. I think away fans are going to not be allowed in the whole season, to be fair.
I'm not really sure what the difference is.
I don't know, because when away fans, they all gather in small pubs, gather in small part of the ground.
But so do home fans.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but anyway, just to be able to go to anything at the moment is a bit of a bonus. They obviously had fans at Brighton, and I had a friend of mine who is a Brighton fan went down to Brighton, Chelsea.
What did they say it was like?
Said it was great. He had a great time. There was an atmosphere. Felt good to be back, and obviously they didn't lose. He said they actually played really well against Chelsea. They missed the penalty in the 1-1. They hit the bar. They hit the post. So yeah, I mean, looking good in terms of getting some fans back and getting back in the ground, and Daniel Levy taking money of our season tickets, even though we're not allowed in yet. But hopefully we'll be able to get back in soon. Looking forward to it, really.
All right, so there you have it. That is the Tottenham update today. We spoke about the news Fabrizio Romano spoke about on the Last Word on Spurs last night. So like about Dan Kilpatrick's news about Aurier, and an international roundup for you of telling you where Spurs players will be playing in this international break. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding anything we spoke about. And as always, come on you Spurs.